Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is WireDogSec, back with another video for you guys. Today's video, we are in TryHackMe, SOC Level 1 Learning Path, Security, Information, and Event Management module. This is the ItsyBitsy room. Put your ELK knowledge together and investigate an incident. Sounds exciting. All right. And as usual, hopefully you're all ready to learn something today. And before we dive into it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Task 1 Introduction. In this challenge room, we will take a simple challenge to investigate an alert by IDS regarding a potential C2 communication, root machine. Before moving forward, deploy the machine, which is the green start button here. I've already clicked it and I have my attack box loading up as well. Here's the machine IP. It says it takes up to 3 to 5 minutes to start, so remember that. And then use the following credentials to log into it. And we're going to look at the Discover tab. Okay, good to go there. So I'm just waiting for the attack box to finish loading up. I'm assuming you can use VPN as well if you choose to go that route. Task number 2, scenario, investigate a potential C2 communication alert scenario. During normal SOC monitoring, analyst John observed an alert on an IDS solution indicating a potential C2 communication from a user Brown from the HR department. A suspicious file was accessed containing a malicious pattern, THM, yada, yada, yada. A week-long HTTP connection logs have been pulled to investigate. Due to limited resources, only connection logs could be pulled out and are ingested in the connection underscore logs indexed in Kibana. Something to note there. Our task in this room will be to examine the network connection logs of this user and find the link and the content of the file and then answer the questions here. So looks like the talk box is loaded up here. And I've already started the VM that we need to look at here. So we're going to see if it's up and running. So I'm just going to copy this over and paste it as soon as Firefox loads up. All right, so let's take a look here. Delete everything out of here. It's not ready yet. All right, so we're gonna give it a few more minutes to load up, and then we're gonna log in, and then start working through these questions. Well, actually, to log in, you already have the credentials, so you can already start working through these questions here without me. And then if you get stuck, or if you want to continue on, then of course come back to the video, and then we'll step through this process together. But I'm gonna wait till this loads up, and then we'll start going through this. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Be sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, be sure to hit that notification bell. All right, so you know every time I post a new video. As you can see here, most people that view my videos, view my channel, are not subscribed. Now, if you do subscribe, it will help me get into the YouTube algorithm so that we can continue to grow our glorious community here. As always, thank you all for taking the time to watch. Have a nice day and enjoy the video. Let's take a look here. How many events were returned for the month of March 2022? So this one's pretty easy to get. Make sure you're in Discover and that you go over to the right side here and adjust the dates accordingly. So when you click in here on the dates, you got to go to absolute and then you select March and then the year 2022. Same thing with the end time here. You're going to go to March 31st, 2022. So you want March 1st to the 31st, 2022. And then make sure the times are squared away as well. All right. So once that's set, you'll hit refresh here. And then you should get 1482 hits that come back. The next one says we need to find an IP. So what you can do is go in here and you can add additional columns here. So we got source IP there. You know, maybe you want source port. You go in and pull out some other additional information, destination IP, you know, things of that nature that might be of use in here. We have URIs stuff in here. So let's click this real quick. So that might be useful, come in handy. We got methods in here. There's a lot of GET requests in here. So let's go ahead and add that as well. And let's see if there's anything else that could be of interest. Let's see. Let's select URI. Go ahead and throw this in there too. Okay. So maybe user agent too. Let's see what's in there. That looks interesting. There's that bits. admin. So let's just throw it in there too. Okay, so now I have some pretty good filters here, or columns here that we need to choose from these fields area. Anyway, so now we need to figure out the IP. So you know that we can, if we click on this specific field, it'll give us the top 5. So we have 2 in here that appear. So the bulk of it's coming from this one. So in the real world, investigates probably maybe both of these, but something out of the ordinary right away is this one here. Why is this one so um, small here for this event? So let's go ahead and just click. Let's just exclude this IP, this .52 here, and take a look at our results. See if there's anything interesting here. And right away, we can see the bits admin and this funky looking URL or URI is there too. So we can click in here to drill down and try to see some more information. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one here, and it's going to Pastebin, which is a well-known site out there that can be abused by attackers. All right, so I'm going to grab this one here. This one looks the one that is suspicious here. So this is the .52 IP, and I'm trying to see if I can just grab it out of it real quick. Or sorry, not it's not the .52, it's a .54 IP. It's the one I'm grabbing here. So let's go ahead and copy this over. Okay, the user's machine used a legit Windows binary to download a file from the C2 server. Was named the binary. Well, we saw that bits admin. If you do a Google search on bits admin, you'll come across that this is the one you're looking for here. Then also, like I said, you can exclude the traffic here, but you can also take a look at it too if there's anything in there that might be looking suspicious or anything. So we'll just exclude this traffic for now. But take a look at this other IP. So let's get this out of the way. But you can see that it's going to things that appear to be, normal, possible normal traffic, whatnot. But it's a lot of stuff to sift through. Okay, but it's just something to take into consideration here. So let's get rid of that. Okay, and then we're going to plug in the bits admin as our answer there. The infected machine connected with a famous file sharing site in this period, which also acts as a C2 server used by the malware authors to communicate what is the name of this file sharing site. Well, we saw Pastebin was in there. And if you Google search or ChatGPT Pastebin, you'll come across that. This is the one we're looking for here. What is the full URL of the C2 to which the infected host is connected? And we already saw the URI stuff in there. So let's go back and select our specific IP that we need. Okay, so there we go. The 2 hits. And we already have a piece of it here, so we need to grab the rest of it. So I'm just going to grab this real quick. This will be the end of it. Now, and I didn't grab the whole thing here. So I'm gonna grab this whole thing here for URI. We'll need that combine it to get the full URL in there. So let's take a look here. See if we can find that information. All right, now we're back over here in Kibana or Elastic here, and there is a field in here called host that we can grab here at pastebin.com, which we already know earlier. That's where the communication is going into. So you'll need to grab the host as well as the URI. All right, so the first part is going to be pastebin.com, and then the second part is going to be the URI there. So that should be our answer there. And I forgot the .com in there. So we're done with that one. Next one, a file was accessed on the file sharing site. What is the name of the file accessed? So you'll have to navigate to this, right, and see what it is. And obviously in the real world, you will be doing this in like a lab environment because you don't know what's going to be behind there. All right, and then there's the flag, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab that and get this ready to go. This is a file. What's the name of the file? I think it was called secret, right? Yeah, secret text. Okay, there we go. And then there's the file or the code there. So we're done with this particular room. Awesome. See why it's called ItsyBitsy, because this room you can do in like 10 minutes probably, if you know where to look. But if you've been paying attention to my videos, then you should have a good idea of how to look through ELK or some other SIM tool, or at least figure it out, right? And also you have ChatGPT and other AI chatbots that can assist you with this room, as well as, just straight up Google searching things. But this was a pretty neat room here. I mean, we've covered quite a bit here. Awesome, got gold tickets. We covered quite a bit here in this room. So just to recap here quickly, we took a look at some logs that came in to Elastic, right, to figure out this potential C2 communication, and we found out that it was communicating to Pastebin via the bits admin. Okay. Anyway, so if you want to support the channel, if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time I post to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, and I will see you later.